Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, talking about your awareness, whether or not you're listening, and whether or not you're paying attention to the things around you. Things that I've often been not great at, but I'm learning to get better at. So we'll wrap our minds around that in a second. As you jump on, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS in the comment section, and then share with me something that you're grateful for today, in this moment, right now. Look around the room. There's an object, there's a fly swatter right here. My heavens, how wonderful it is to have a fly swatter, right? Especially if you're in a place where you like to leave your windows open or something. Like, it's just nice to have a device like that instead of using a magazine or a newspaper, which who has newspapers anymore, right? So anything that you're grateful for. Yes, I'm sitting here in my camper. I'm isolated. We no longer quarantine, right? I'm isolated out here on accounts of my COVID. And the crazy thing is like, where the hell did I get this, right? And this is going to have to do with the conversation, by the way. Like, how does this, how does this happen, right? Because we barely leave our homes. My son, most of you guys know, he's on his, I don't even know, 15th month of chemo. So we don't leave the house very often. And if we do, like, I am the queen of washing my hands. Like, my hands are raw from washing them so much. I feel like I do everything that I can to protect our immunities. And once again, we rarely leave. So how is it that I'm sitting here in isolation with the COVID? You know what, you guys? Because I had a message. Like, there, Natalie, how are you doing? There is a definite message that is being delivered to me, and I am paying attention this time. There have been plenty of times where I would not pay attention. I would just be like, okay, listen here, universe. What sort of sick joke is this, right? My kid just had chemo. He's going to be dropping his numbers. Tomorrow, he's going to hit, like, bottom out 0 to 20. And I'm delivered with the gift of COVID. That's what I'm supposed to say, like, the gift of COVID. Like, no. Like, my answer used to be, it would have been like, what the hell sort of sick, twisted trick is this? Right? I mean, give it to us when he's not neutropenic. Give it to us not at all. I don't know. Like, how about that one, right? Like, why do we need to face another adversity? And I could be upset about it. But instead, good morning. I might look at Natalie's joining like in forces. Instead, I know he has a message, and I am listening. Wow, it's hard to talk because I can't hear, and my face is just like a barrel of, it's just awesome. Anyways, so I'm listening, and here's what I hear, and here's what's been delivered, and here's how divine the timing is, you guys. Like, how perfect could this be for me to get COVID right now? Okay, number one, right? The fever did settle in while I was still with the babies. That wasn't the best, but I did my best to stay away. But number one, that was number zero. Number one is my husband happened to be off this weekend. He didn't have games. He works in the soccer industry, and usually he's gone all the time. So he was actually here. So the second I took my test, where usually, like last time, we all just got COVID together, not really an option with a baby going through chemotherapy. We isolated me right away. So moved me out to the camper. Number two, we have a camper. Like, see ya, haul it ass, right? Like, go pack up your stuff, get out of here. Like, it was actually possible for me to find a space where I could make my own tea, have a refrigerator. Do I have running water? No. Am I peeing in a toddler's toilet? Absolutely have been for 3 days now. But is it pretty good? Yes. Right. So that there's another benefit too, right? I'm thinking about this one, right? This morning. I don't know what number I'm on already. Number 3, number 4, whatever. My schedule, when you look at my isolation, finishes me up tomorrow morning. Do you know what happens tomorrow morning? Quincy starts preschool. Guess who gets to go and drop Quincy off at his first day of preschool? This mom, right? If it would have been one day later, I would have missed that experience. But no, I was given the opportunity to have these 5 days in this exact little snippet that works better for our family. Those are the things I'm choosing to observe. Those are the things I'm listening to. Now, here's the other part, you guys. I do not know the last time I got more than a couple hours to myself, let alone 4 entire days. Moms out there, or caretakers, dads, whoever they are, right? When is the last time you got an entire day without changing diapers, cleaning up shit, running after the kids, doing household chores, all of the different things? When's the last day you've gotten that? I don't even get to go to work, right? And I'm not complaining about that. I'm just pointing out the obvious of like, I was given this opportunity to actually spend some time with me. I'm going to talk about that more tomorrow, but to actually be able to connect to me and have this space where I don't like there's no like TV out here. I can put it in a DVD is all I have, right? But where I've really got to just have the opportunity to rest. And seriously, you guys, it's a little staycation. Like Natalie, I've actually been joking with people because they're asking, "Oh, how are you doing?" They're like, they think I must be going crazy. I'm like, honestly, I'm having a COVID wellness retreat. How does that even make sense? Do I feel great? No, right? I actually probably feel worse than I let on to most people because why bother talking about it? It's just going to keep bringing it to space. So does it feel like, yes, it feels like COVID, right? And I know we all have different experiences with that, or maybe you don't have any, that's great. But like, right, I feel that. But at the same time, I have the opportunity to rest. I got to take a nap yesterday without anybody knocking on the door. I mean, that doesn't even happen. Like I got to take a nap, an uninterrupted 30-minute nap. It was wild. I've gotten to write. I think I've written like 75 pages. I get to listen to my body and sleep when I want to sleep, rest when I want to rest, write when I want to write, take a slow walk. And I'm talking about a slow walk. It's not fast at all. This whole time, right? Sorry, I was looking at messages about Wynn's blood work. I just got distracted there, but I've gotten to listen to my body. It's pretty incredible. And then, you guys, the final thing here, as I look at this, oh my gosh, I got really distracted by that. Just pause, guys. Have you ever had a staycation wellness retreat? No? Yes? Excuse me. Is I've gotten to sleep. And we went camping with just my 4-year-olds last month. And that was the first time I'd slept without my little beautiful chemo baby who wakes up multiple times throughout the night, whether that's for an ice cream cone or to watch a movie or to make buttered noodles or to vomit or who knows what over the last year, right? My sleep has been very disrupted. But then when I had that little short stint of camping with my baby, it was wonderful. He's a ninja, so he does fight in his sleep. So I got sleep, but not like optimum. The last 2 nights I have slept. Like literally, I've only had to wake up to go to the bathroom a couple times in the middle of the night. That is insane for me. So I'm listening. One situation that you could see is, wow, that's not terrific. You just got chemo or you just got COVID and you have a chemo baby who's completely neutropenic tomorrow, right? Like who's like bottomed out tomorrow. That's not ideal. I get that. And it might not be a situation that I would dream up, but somebody had a larger plan for me, for our family. They had the plan to deliver us the mindset that mom needs to rest too. Mom needs time too. Here's a time period. Here's a 5-day window where it works out relatively well. Your husband's home. You still get to take your baby to school next week and you have a place to bring her and she can see the value of rest. Also, my family has gotten the lesson that they can do it without me a little bit, right? That I can take time away, that I can rest. How beautiful is that? They're receiving that message and I'm receiving this message. So I choose, you guys, sometimes, and this is a lot of what my message is, right? When you're looking at an object, I love to choose to back away from that object, that situation, that happening, and look at the whole perspective. Look at not just don't hone on the fact that you have COVID and a chemo baby. No, don't do that, right? Pull all the way back. God is great, Michelle. Pull all the way back and look at the entirety of the situation and all of the beauty that is flowing from it. Even if it's hard to find, sometimes it's on the very far outskirts, right? And I just want to acknowledge, number one, today, like, thank you, universe, for giving me COVID. That sounds effing whack, but thank you because you've given us the opportunity to discover some things about ourselves that are going to help us move forward in the future. You've given me the opportunity for rest. I mean, 2 nights sleep, you guys, this is COVID energy. This is what I have because I've slept for 2 nights. How crazy is this? This is a beautiful thing, right? And yes, I pray that my baby doesn't get it, that nobody else in my family gets it, that the isolation was enough, that we were separated enough. But I know that there is a plan for us. I know that God has a plan for us. And even during those adverse situations, we realize that the plan on the other side can be positive and beautiful, even when it shit ass sucks when you're in it. Right. And this is a minor situation compared to what we were going through last year, where at this time I was administering at-home chemo to my son. It's completely different. We've grown so much from that. And I want to relate this back to you for a second. There's something going on in your world, or there was something going on last week, or there's going to be something going on next week that doesn't seem ideal, The universe is trying to tell you something, right? There is a message being delivered to you. You're being given an opportunity to slow down. You're being given an opportunity to expand. You're being given an opportunity to move. Literally, you're presented with a new job, a new relationship, a new friend, a new mindset, and you're ignoring it. You're ignoring it, right? It's like, and how many times does that message have to be presented? And this has happened to me over and over throughout my life. God delivering the messages to slow down, to pause, to take things in, because I'm such a quick mover. And you might be a slow mover where God's giving you an opportunity to speed up, to see opportunity. Whatever that is, though, you guys, if we don't step back in our perspective and look around and realize that there is good in this situation, that there is opportunity here, and that we have the ability to move forward in our joy, happiness, success, and just fulfilled life if we pay attention a little bit more. You know? Thank you, Michelle. I love you guys so much. And I want to encourage you guys to pay attention. And it's hard. Sometimes you're like, oh man, was that a message? Was that a message? Am I not seeing it? It'll be delivered over and over. You're not going to miss it. The universe is not going to let you miss it, but you might be hit with it for 1, 2, 3 times, 1, 2, 3 years before you finally decide to step up. And you could avoid some of the pain, confusion, and trauma if you just back it up now and look at the big picture now. Maybe you can see it and identify it a little bit sooner. So whatever's going on in your world, whatever doesn't seem opportune, whatever your COVID and chemo is right now, that in your world, right? Maybe take a step back and see how that could have benefited you. You know, you were late to work today because of the traffic, or because you left a little bit late. Maybe you missed an accident that would have been a terrible thing in your life. There's so many different things that you might not even understand the opportunity that you were given. Pay attention, you guys. Good morning, sunshines. I am out of isolation tomorrow, even though I sound like this. So I cannot wait to take my baby to his first day of preschool and just continue to move forward. Praying for all of you guys, your health, happiness, joy, and forward movement. And of course, perspective, because remember, you guys, perspective reveals miracles. All right. I love you guys. If you're committed to backing up and checking it out, Natalie, thank you so much. I appreciate you and all of your interaction. Absolutely. I love you guys. If you're committed, just say I'm committed. And that just means that you're going to try to look and pay attention a little bit more. Okay. Bye.